Yeah, Brian, obviously that's five undefeated. Are you satisfied with the overall performance in this one?
Obviously pleased with the 3 points for sure, Jeremiah, but not pleased about giving up the goal. You know, the ability to close out games in a better fashion is something that we'll probably watch the film and try and do a better job at. And the ability to put teams away at 2-0, 3-0, you know. So yeah, I would say it's kind of a mixed result. I think I'll have to watch the film for any tactical tweaks, but certainly the emotions in that locker room, committed bunch of guys. Everybody that's here on the trip committed themselves, whether they played or not, started or not. Everybody was committed, and that's what I like.
Nico Moreno.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to get your take on putting Reed there at the end. Usually you lock the game up with Nuhu. Was it just fresh legs, or were you hoping to maybe have Reed create some overloads on the opposite side to kind of surprise Colorado?
Nico, you were there when we were talking about Chu and he being on a yellow, and I didn't take him out. So New needed to come out because the game was getting a little out of hand, and he might have taken a second yellow. He was close. So that was the decision there. I thought Reed came on and did a really nice job again. I think he settled into the game, gave us some possession. I thought he was really good.
Jada Evans.
Thanks. And congratulations on the win. Wanted to ask about Christian, you know, in his play, in his play today and
great. Loved it. Leadership, everything. He was just a little winded in the second half. That was the reason for the sub. We tried to push him for as many minutes as possible just to build his fitness. But health-wise, concussion-wise, he was great.
Jessica Lazo, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to see if you could just elaborate on that a little bit. Just kind of wanted to hear your thoughts on how you think, you know, Christian is a difference maker whenever he's on the pitch for the team.
He does a lot of the dirty work, things that don't usually end up on the stat sheet is defending, but you know, the goal that he creates for Albert was a very good, savvy soccer play. A lot of guys would have crossed the ball early. He gets down to the end line, he waits, he hesitates, he clips the ball into the dangerous spot. So, you know, tonight he got on the score sheet, rightly so.
All righty, Tiago from Territorial MLS, go ahead and take yourself off mute and ask your question.
Hi, Coach. Good evening. Congratulations for the victory. The first goal came in a play between Léo Chu and João Paulo, two Brazilian players. Do you believe that this partnership between players from the same country, especially in this case, Brazilians, helps on the field?
I think it helps in certain moments for sure. But look, Brazilian players are very talented. I think they can play with any nationality, any group around the world. Leo is a tremendous young talent. JP is an experienced player. They would do well in any team.
Gustavo, also from Territorial MLS. Go ahead, Gustavo. Ask your question.
Coach, good evening. Congrats on the win, and thank you for your time. My question is, obviously you didn't have Rui Diaz available for tonight's match, but you decided to stick with Jordan on a number 9 role for the entire match, even though you had Freddy Monteiro and Eber available as subs. Why did you decide to stick with Jordan during the whole game?
Just because I think Jordan's threat to get in behind is vital for our success. He was a little gassed at the end of the game. Maybe when I brought Javi on, I should have, you know, brought a fresh legs on up front. I can accept that. But, you know, Jordan always threatens tired legs defensively. So, you know, I think Jordan played extremely well. But, you know, certainly Freddie and Abear have talents as well. And maybe I should look at that.
All right, we'll circle back for some follow-ups. Again, if you'd like to ask another question, please use the hand raise function. We'll go to Jeremiah next. Jeremiah, go ahead.
Yeah, Josh got a start in this one. What did you make of his performance?
Good, solid. I thought it was solid. You know, his challenge is always the angles he takes defensively. You know, when he decides to press, he needs to understand that, you know, there's good players out there that can wiggle out of stuff, and what is he protecting? When can he take a risk? When can he take a risk? But you saw his, you know, physicality tonight. He won a bunch of headers, which was critical in this game. His engines, he's got great engines. He can get up and down the field. And, you know, he was able to connect some passes and get us out of some jams. So I thought it was a solid performance.
I see one more hand. So last call, guys, for any questions. But if no others, Nico will close us out. Nico Moreno, go ahead.
I just wanted to get your insight on what that conversation is with the players here. It's a short week. It's a good win on the road. You know, what was that conversation like, and how do you think the team takes it, knowing that you guys are going to play a game immediately after?
Not sure I'm following your question, Nico. You're talking about after the Dallas game, those conversations, or
No, right now in this midweek game after the win, what's the messaging to them, and how do you feel like the group vibe is at the moment after a win on the road, knowing though that you got a big tough game here coming up?
well, the Nashville game is a ways away, so we have plenty of time to rest and recover. They wanted 3 days off, but luckily Adam, our stellar fitness guy, said no. He had enough backbone to not bow into the pressure that the players were putting on him, and he made the right decision. He stuck to his plan that he has for the team. We'll give him a couple days off, but then the preparation has to start for another critical road game in Nashville.
Thank you.
Thank you.